Hello everyone. Today we'll begin with our book Pebbles of Grammar of Class 4 by Galaxy Publications. Let's begin with our chapter, that is chapter number 13 and past continuous tense. What is basically past continuous tense? A past continuous tense is used to talk about an action happening at the time in the past. So what is past continuous tense? It is used when we are talking about an action which is happening at the time of the past, जो बीते हुए कल में हो रहा है. The time of action may or may not be indicated. There are at times जब हमें action indicate नहीं किया जाता कई बार. Now, if you go to the table, we'll make you clear more about the topic. The first sentence given in the table is he was playing. The second one is she was playing, I was playing, you were playing. Now in plurals like you, we and they, we use were. Whereas for singular nouns or singular subject along with I, we will use was. Then the next thing that's important, along with the base form of the verb, we are using ing. Previously, when we had studied present continuous tense, I had told you that in that also we were using base form of the verb along with ing. Similarly, in past continuous tense, we will use the base form of the verb and ing. Only the difference will be in the be verb, that is the helping verb. Was and were is used for past continuous tense. You were playing, we were playing, they were playing. Now, if we read this table, they are using was not. That means it's a negative sentence. So, how we will make a negative past tense? He was playing will get changed into he was not playing. Similarly, she was playing gets changed into she was not playing. I was playing changes into I was not playing. In short form, you can also say I wasn't playing. You were playing gets changed into you were not playing. We were playing gets changed into we were not playing. They were playing gets changed into they were not playing. We are writing the not word after the helping verb. Next table is beginning with the helping verb and after that we are writing the subject. This is the subject. And it's ending with a question mark. So these are what? These are the questions or you can say the interrogative sentences. The first one is, it begins with the helping verb, then the subject, then the verb. What's the sentence will change into? He was playing gets changed into was he playing. Then the next sentence, she was playing gets changed into was she playing. I was playing, it changes into was I playing. Then the next one, you were playing gets changed into were you playing. Second last, we were playing and it begins with were we playing. They were playing, it begins with were they playing. So this is all about the table. Let's now move further. It says that in assertive sentence or we can say declarative sentence, we use the ing form of the verb. And what is the structure of it? Its structure is singular subject plus was plus ing form of the verb. Now this is the same thing that I told you here in this first sentence. Then in plural subjects, when we have the subjects in plural form, we will add were to it and along with it we will write ing form of the verb. So this was all about the assertive sentences. Let's now read about the negative sentence. In negative sentences, we use not plus ing form of the verb. This is what we are doing. Subject plus was or were plus not plus ing form of the verb. And in questions, what do? We use were and were before the subject, and then we use the ing form of the verb. Was, were, subject plus ing form of verb. Was, were and subject plus not plus ing form of the verb. Now some more examples are given over here. Let's come on read them quickly. She was sewing a dress for her baby brother. Was sewing. You were not telling the truth. These are again the past continuous tense. Were we not traveling by a bus? This is the question form. This is a negative sentence and this is an assertive sentence. These are few examples of these. Since the page is over now, let's move to the next page. The fourth sentence on the next page is Asha was not singing a song. Was he sleeping in the boat? Were they finishing their work? Were you washing your clothes? Was it not raining? When we are asking a question, we are putting a question mark in the end. Now they have given us some practice questions. I hope the topic past continuous tense is clear to you. Now let's do the practice questions. Well, the first question over here is fill in the blanks with the past continuous form of the verb given in the brackets. The verb is given in the brackets. You have to write the past continuous form for the same. Let's begin with the first sentence. The baby dash. Now what will here come? The baby, it's a singular subject. We will use was. The baby was. And what kind of verb we will write? We will write the base form of the verb along with ing. So here it changes into sleeping, and hence what is the sentence now? The sentence is the baby was sleeping. Then the second sentence, I dash very sick. Again a singular subject, hence we will use over here was. Feel is the verb given over here. We will write I was feeling very sick. Then the third one, the eagles dash very high in the sky, and the verb given is fly. Since eagles is an plural subject, hence we will write here were. The eagles were, and again what will be the verb? Base form of verb along with ing. So we will write here flying. The eagles were flying. Fourth one, the woodpecker was building, building its nest. The woodpecker was building its nest. Fifth one, the wolves were howling, howling, howling in the woods. The lions, again we will write here were hunting, hunting. The lions were hunting in the forest. Then the seventh one, he was catching, catching fish with a fishing rod. The bird was singing, singing sweetly in the tree. Then the ninth one, the children is a plural subject, hence we will write. Now what they have written over here is have. So what we will write? Well, have will get changed into having. So what will the sentence change into now? The children were having midnight feast. Then the 10th one, butterflies, again we will write here were, flutter. So we will write here fluttering. F-L-U-T-T-E-R-I-N-G. The butterflies were fluttering around the flowers to get nectar. Now, since question number A is now finished, let's now do the B question. The B question says that change the following sentences to their negative and interrogative forms. The assertive form has been given to you. We have to change it into negative as well as interrogative form. Let's now do the first one. The principal was going on a round. So what will be the negative sentence for the same? We will write the principal was not going on a round. Full stop. And in the question form, we will begin with was. What we will begin with? Was, and the sentence will be now. Was the principal going on a round? And a question mark at the last. Then the next one, we were laughing at the clown. What will be the negative sentence for the same? We will write we were not laughing at the clown. So let's write here we were not laughing at the clown. Then the question. What will be the question? We will begin with were. Were we laughing at the clown? C-L-O-W-N. And at the last, we will put a question mark. Let's now move to the next page. The next page has the third one. The third one sentence is Grandma was telling stories to the children. So the negative sentence will be Grandma was not telling stories to the children. And a full stop at the last. Now the question, it will begin with was Grandma telling stories to the children? And since this is a question, we will put a question mark at the end. Fourth one, Manjeet was knitting a sweater for herself. So the negative sentence will be Manjeet was not knitting a sweater for herself. Full stop. Now the question form will be was Manjeet knitting a sweater for herself, and then a question mark at the last. Fifth one, was the nurse sleeping on duty? Now in this sentence there is something wrong. The sentence actually had to be, you had to cut this. It will begin with the, make the T capitals, remove the question mark from here, we will put a full stop. Now the sentence is correct. The nurse is, or we will use was since we are talking about past tense. The nurse was sleeping on duty. What will be the negative sentence? The negative sentence will be the nurse was not sleeping on duty. and जो अभी हमने कट किया है वही इसका क्वेश्चन फॉर्म होगा. दिस विल बिगिन विद was the nurse sleeping on duty and a question mark. The last one, the sun was shining very brightly. We will write for the negative, the sun was not shining very brightly. And a full stop. And for the question, we will begin with was the sun shining very brightly, and a question mark in the end. So with this, we have completed all the exercise of the chapter. Go through the chapter very carefully, practice all the questions, and I hope you have liked the video. Thanks for watching the video. Take care and goodbye, and stay tuned till the next video.